I'm Brian Winnekins. We are at Commodity Classic, and we'd like to say thank you to our Commodity Classic sponsors, and they include BASF, also Anubis Silo of Durand, the Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Darylin Equipment Services, Plainview, Minnesota, and Woodville, Wisconsin, also the Wisconsin Soybean Association, BASF, Ashley Gaussman, your local representative for Northwest Wisconsin, and the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association. I am in the Michelin booth, and of course, Bauer Built Tire, one of our agriculture sponsors, a huge Michelin dealer, and I'm with James Crouch. And James, I understand for Bauer Built Tire, they're one of Michelin's largest dealers.
They are. They're one of our oldest dealers also in the agriculture industry.
Really? So now Michelin has some new tires coming out that are going to be available at Bauer Built Tire, and farmers are going to be should really look into these. Tell us about them.
That's right. We're launching two new Harvester tires here today. We have our two new Cerex bib tires. They're both VF tires. So the VF technology that we put into the tires actually allows you to get a really, really low pressure. So it's larger footprint. You can spread your weight over a larger area. Today's combines are enormous. They're huge. They're some of the worst offenders to compaction on the farm. So these tires, the VF 520/85/42 and the VF 750/65R26, are designed to get these large combines the lowest pressure possible to get through the field.
With the increase in size of implements, obviously more weight, how do you design these tires so that you can have the low air pressure? Because the sidewalls, I would think, they're under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, we have the technology called UltraFlex technology that we actually launched in 2002, and it's a redesigned sidewall. So the sidewall is designed to flex more. It's designed to look flat and run flat. So run at really lower pressures. The VF tires run about 40% less pressure than a standard radial tire, just through the technology in the sidewall.
We are talking with James Crouch with Michelin tires here at Commodity Classic. So because of the lower pressure, do you have to do was there had to be a different design as well because of field hazards, road hazards, rocks, and the whole thing could maybe cause some problems? So did you have to do something different as well with the regular tread of the tire?
Sure. We're continuously engineering our tires to be more resistant to things like stubble damage. Stubble damage is a huge problem. We've changed the pitch of our tread bar. We've changed the compound in the rubber that actually goes into the tread face to make it more resistant to stubble damage in the field.
Now, you mentioned this will be less compaction, and that is something that down the road then next planting season really pays off for the farmers.
Exactly. Combines are, like I said, very, very heavy. You get a big combine on the wrong tire in the field in the fall, especially if it gets a little wet. In the spring, you'll see an impact on your stand. So these tires are designed to minimize that compaction.
Now, is Michelin trying to use that same technology for the tractors even for planting season? Because every now and then it can be wet, or even for those that are doing alfalfa harvesting.
Sure. We have an UltraFlex tire now to fit every application of the farm. So we have an IF or a VF tire for every application, starting at sprayers, tractors, four-wheel drives, harvesters now, grain carts, everything. We got one for everything.
Now I have to ask, what about the fuel economy for the combines or the tractors? Does it go up with these tires or down?
For tractors, it's hard to say with a combine because most of the fuel used in a combine is actually in the separator and not the movement. For a tractor, we've seen anywhere between 8 and 12% fuel savings when using an UltraFlex tire versus a standard radial.
Really? Now that goes against everything, at least for vehicle tires, where if you're really low on pressure, it affects your gas mileage adversely. Why is it for tractors it actually helps?
Lower pressure in the field decreases your rolling resistance in the field. So that's where you gain your fuel economy, is in the field.
So save some money on fuel, farmers. Also, you'll save yourself a whole lot of headaches in spring by checking out these new Michelin tires. And you can check them out at Bauer Built Tire in Durand, Red Wing, and Eau Claire. James, again, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
James Crouch from Michelin Tire. We are at Commodity Classic. I'm Brian Winnekins for Real Country 1430 WRDN.